Did you know that pumpkins are actually fruits and not vegetables? They belong to the same family as cucumbers and melons. I find the problem is pumpkins can be quite overwhelming once they're harvested. They were easy to grow, easy to store, and also easy to leave to sit and rot. I've been there too, putting off the processing of them into things because, well, I didn't really know what to do with them. So today we're going to change all of that. Join me as we process the pumpkins not only into delicious and useful ingredients that are easy to use, like puree and cubes, but some actual dishes to eat now or to keep for lunch boxes later. So what pumpkins and squashes have you been growing? Last year I grew Muscade de Provence, a large Cinderella style, and Ute, which starts out as a bluey-green colour but turned pink in storage, which I wasn't expecting. These are both cooking pumpkins, which are sweeter, with more flesh and less stringy than carving pumpkins. I've been keeping them in my garage since harvesting them last year, where it is cool and dry to extend their shelf life. Although they can last many months like this, eventually they will rot. So let's get started. The best part is that you can enjoy your favourite pumpkin flavours in various recipes no matter the season. From savoury meals to sweet treats, pumpkins are incredibly versatile. Wait until you see how easy and rewarding it is to turn fresh pumpkins into versatile puree and cubes. One of my favourite things to do with pumpkins is to roast them. It brings out the natural sweetness and gives them a delicious caramelised flavour. I find the best time to get this done is in springtime, before all of the business in the allotment garden gets going, before all the seedlings need looking after. We can get this job done. Roasting the pumpkin is the first step, which brings out its natural sweetness. So let's get that done. Simply cut the pumpkin in half, maybe in half again, basically until it fits into your baking tray. Scoop out the seeds and roast it in the oven until it's tender. I tend to put mine on at about 200 degrees C, and usually about an hour, but a fork or skewer is an easy test. There should be very little resistance when you push it in, and then you know it's done. Once it's removed from the oven and cooled, you can scoop out the flesh and blend it into a smooth puree. I like to use my stick blender for this. This gets rid of any stringiness and helps the texture of the finished dishes. It is easier to mix in as an ingredient and can help children cope with the texture. Next, decide how you want to freeze it. Flat in bags is a great way for a quick defrost. Cubes are great for adding to soups and stews. Blocks for big cooking sessions that defrost overnight. I found that 1 cup is approximately 250 grams, so that's worth knowing, especially if you're in the UK and you weigh everything out. This is so easy, and that is what we want. You can do one pumpkin on different days if you wish to reduce the overwhelm further. Roast it with whatever else you are cooking for even more convenience. Once frozen, decant the cubes into bags and stack the flat bags together. Do what you think you will use. I like a variety of all of these to suit my variety of dishes that I make. Don't forget to label though, because you think you will remember, but you won't. Trust me, been there, done that. Labels make a happy cook. Freezing is one of my favourite methods for preserving pumpkins. It's easy to do and it allows you to enjoy your pumpkins in soups, stews and baked goods all year round. Soups are great for easy lunches. The recipes we enjoy all year round due to this convenience of creating this versatile ingredient are steamed sponges for pudding, great with custard. cake bars that once made can be frozen and then served up in lunch boxes. Don't even need to defrost them. They can sit there in the lunchbox and will be defrosted by lunch, all on their own. Pumpkin spiced fruit leather. Waffles. These can be a breakfast dish. These could be a pudding. But they're also great for in lunch boxes. If you have a separate tub, you can serve them with fruit or jam and bung some yoghurt on top. Don't forget to pack a spoon. Or they can just be spread with jam and made into like a sandwich, and they'll sit there till lunch, and you can eat them separately then. Delicious. My kids love those. If you're enjoying my content, consider subscribing to get more plot-to-plate recipes and storage ideas. You don't want to miss out on any upcoming videos on black currants, for example. Next is cubing the pumpkin. Cut it up and deseed as before. It is much easier to peel in bits rather than the whole thing. Peel each part and then cut that into further slices and cube it up from there. They all go into baking dishes and roast again at about the 200 degrees Celsius until they're browning and a fork goes through easier. A lot quicker than the big chunks of pumpkin. This probably take you around the 30 minutes, possibly 40, depending on what size you cut your cubes. Once they're out the oven, allow them to cool, then spread on a parchment-lined baking tray and pop them in the freezer. This way you can break them up before bagging. Another ingredient to add to our freezer. The recipes we enjoy from this versatile ingredient are things like curries, a warming dal, couscous with roasted veg and hummus, spiced cubes, very good on salads in the summer. Just a note to think about. I tasted both the Muscat de Provence pumpkin and the Ute pumpkin. Both are very tasty and have that usual pumpkin hum. However, the Muscat de Provence is so much sweeter and potent in flavour, and I tend to reserve this for the sweet dishes. The Ute has a more savoury and subtle flavour, and so I reserve this for the savoury dishes. But both can be used interchangeably, especially if you only grew one type. But because I have the choice, I might as well do this. You will also notice that the Muscat de Provence pumpkin's flesh is a beautiful, very deep orange, which will colour the dish, whereas the Ute is a more subtle orange and will not colour the dish quite so much. So something worth considering depending on your desired outcome. It brings me great peace of mind and pleasure to put these items in my freezer, so they are there when we need them, and it gives us greater variety in our meals. It can also be a great way to sneak more veg into the kids' diets too. And let's be honest, when I arrive home, I'm much more likely to use an ingredient that is ready to go in my meal tonight, rather than a whole massive pumpkin stored in the garage. Trust me, the convenience and the time saving of ready ingredients is priceless. So we baked, we diced, we froze in a variety of ways to suit our needs. We baked and cooked so many dishes. What an amazing variety. Now we have not only removed the overwhelm of that massive pumpkin in the garage, but we have rescued it from storing forever to rot in place. And we have lots of frozen ingredients, ready at a moment's notice to create easy and quick dishes whenever we need it, be that for lunch boxes or evening meals. After all, this is what we grow them for, isn't it? I am really pleased with our progress. I hope you try it too. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more delicious recipes using produce from the allotment. And let us know in the comments how you use pumpkin in your kitchen. It's the community we are building that makes creating these videos worthwhile. Thanks for watching.